Hey everybody, welcome back. In this last official video of this course, I want to show you how to measure SEO results to make sure that what you're doing isn't wasting your time. So you've gone through all the efforts of brainstorming, keyword research, writing, proofreading, and doing a bunch of stuff. And you've even put yourself out there on social media, even if you're not used to being in the spotlight. And then you waited ever so patiently. How then do you know that your content is indeed doing well? So let's go over some basics of measuring SEO results. Website owners who want to boost their visibility need to have a digital presence and implement an effective SEO strategy. Now, SEO can be measured to determine which metrics are the most critical for your business. Again, I know this sounds very technical, but believe me, it's not. I'm going to try to break it down for you as best as I can. Number one, organic traffic. So this simply means the number of people who visit your site. They could have found you from several sources. They even looked for you or your website. They read your blog. They follow you on social media. They read an interview about you. Someone they know bought something from you, and so forth. Google Analytics will show you what your organic traffic looks like. Number two, keyword ranking. This is what you've been working on so hard in your blogging efforts. It could take a few weeks before you see your keyword rank in the search engines, but when it does, you will see that it's all worth it. Now, there's only one way to see how well you're doing, and that's to enter each keyword or key phrase and see what number or page that you're on. When you see that most of your keywords are already doing well, you still have more work to do. Yes, it never ends. So some or most of your keywords are already ranking, but what about the rest? By doing a keyword gap analysis, you can identify which keywords are doing poorly. It could be because your competitors who have the same keywords are probably doing better. There are a couple ranking tools out there, and I'll show some on my screen. Number three, click-through rate. So people search for your keywords or search terms on Google. We got that. And then they see your website there on the first page. Did they click on you or your competitor? Or did they go to your site and bounce back and then go to your competitors? How will you know this? So this metric is called the click-through rate. So click-through rate measures the percentage of people who clicked on a website from search engine results. This metric tells you how effective your title tags and your meta descriptions are in attracting your users' attention. But don't be discouraged if you see a low number in this metric. There are a few number of things that you can do to remedy the situation. Just optimizing your meta description, the titles, and the URLs, and try to acquire some relevant featured snippets. To review your click-through rate, open up the Google Search Console or Google Analytics. The bounce rate. So the bounce rate lets you know how many users visit your website but leave without interacting. This metric shows you if your website's bounce rate has improved as you continue working on your SEO efforts. You can also compare the data from the last 6 months, 12 months, or since you started, or any date within Google Analytics. Number five, domain authority score. For domain authority, the scores are generally between 1 to 100. The higher your numbers are, the more authority your domain has. There's a few different ones available, but generally speaking, using any domain authority scoring system is going to be acceptable. Now, in the beginning, expect your domain authority scores to be pretty low, like a 0. And this is why you have to work very hard at improving your numbers, especially in the beginning. Domain authority scores can increase with time and effort. Number six, backlinks. So a while back, we mentioned that backlinks are one of the SEO strategies that will always remain relevant. This is still Google's top ranking factor when it comes to ranking a website. So you should always monitor and check how well your backlinks are doing. So there's a couple tools that can be used to measure how many new backlinks your site has and how many have dropped. It will also show you where they came from as well as when they were added. So again, you should put solid efforts into your backlinking strategies. Always work to continue to have more quality backlinks and add them regularly and consistently. You won't rank well if you just add backlinks from one domain or if you suddenly add 100 in one day. Slow and steady wins the race, always. Number seven, page speed. So let's say you're working on your computer or on your mobile and you want to look for something. So you go to Google, you enter a search phrase, and let's say I want to see a dentist in Austin, Texas, because one of my kids has a massive toothache. She didn't let me sleep, and I want to find a dentist near me that opens first thing in the morning. So I go to Google and I key my search term, and Google spits out pages of results. I pick the topmost one, right? But wait a minute, the page is loading too slow. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I'm not even going to wait 30 seconds. Forget about it. Next. And I'm sure that you've done that dozens and dozens of times. People are just in a hurry and they do not have the patience to wait for your page to load, even after 3 seconds. So your very graphic heavy, flash outdated page from 1990 is we're losing out because of that. So what I'm saying here is that your page should also be optimized for load speed. Your page speed is not only important to your ranking, but it also impacts conversion rates, which we talked about in a previous video. Google Page Speed Insights grade your website on a scale of 1 to 100 on both mobile and also desktop. So that website, in our earlier example, probably has a very low score, and you don't want to be like that website. Number 8, time spent. How long does a visitor stay on your website? Did he stay for under a minute or long enough to read several articles and spend an entire hour? Or did he browse the entire catalog? So you can find the average time visitors spent on your site in the Google Analytics dashboard. The column average time on page on the analytics page shows how long visitors spent on a particular page. And this is also going to tell you what pages on your website are most popular. So that way you and your team can then study and replicate what you're doing. So other pages can also do pretty well. Number 9, conversion rate. If you have a website that sells something, whether it's a product or a service, you want your page visits to convert. You don't want visitors to just look around. Of course, they may not buy something today, but they will eventually. At least that's the goal, right? And that's a good thing. But Google Analytics lets you track the percentage of your site visitors who order, click a button, set up a call, or schedule an appointment. So this is already a conversion because your website visitor made an action. He completed the sales cycle. And for you, that's a win. And you want more and more of those types of conversions on all of your web pages. This is how you can say that your SEO efforts were successful. Being visible and on the top of the pages of the search engines is only half the story. Congratulations on making it all the way through this SEO course inside of Jarvis. I actually have one more bonus video that I want to share with you. And I will see you in the next video.